Hello taggers, it's definitely Mad Friday at the minute, but I am still here and I shall carry on regardless because you guys are bloody awesome. Anyway, so on to today's video. I'm going to give you new guys a demo on how to use the IS-7's Armour most effectively. And for you guys that don't need a demo at all because you've already got it and you troll the hell out of people anyway, you know what's coming. Anyway, so the IS-7 has a pike nose, one of two tier 10 Russian heavies, the IS-4 and the IS-7. The armour profiles are a little bit similar, but the IS-7 has a pike nose, and that means in most situations you should have your frontal armour pointed directly towards the enemy, a thing you don't really do with a lot of tanks in this game. And that's because the two angle plates become a point at the front, so if you angle either side, one of those two plates then becomes quite square. So the lower plate on this thing can be penned by tier 8's firing premium. So it's strong and it will troll people, but it's definitely the weakest part of the frontal armour. Like I said, the upper plates are very good, but just be careful when people are above you because that negates the armour angling. And the turret, it's all about this big, thick, juicy turret. There you go, prime example there, just bounced a E75 off the side of the turret, no problem, comrade. Anyway, so he's been tracked. We get to retrack him. So a point to note about using this turret. The way to make sure you're not going to get penned is to do that. Make sure your aiming reticle is only just over the lie of the land, you know, like the solid land line that the land produces. And that way, you know, unless you're parked sideways, you shouldn't, like I am now, but I'm on a hill, you shouldn't be exposing any hull armour. Right, it's E75 down, time to troll the hell out of a complete line from tier 8 upwards of the Waffenträger line and also a Jagdtiger. So there's a Borsig there, a Waffenträger Panzer IV, Waffenträger E100, a Jagdtiger and the M48 pattern still there as well. And now I'm going to demonstrate to you just how strong this turret really is and what lengths people will go to do some damage to you. So that was an AP round from the Jagdtiger, bounce that, no problem. Let's see what else gets thrown my way. So I'm just trying to adjust my angle coming up, trying to get some gun depression here. So big drawback to this tank. There we go, there's the first one, a high explosive round from the Jagdtiger. Remember, from those 4 tanks there, eat a waffle round, hopefully that'll be the last one. Now that's because I exposed some lower plate or my pike nose. There's another high explosive round. That one did hurt a little bit there, took off a few hundred. But that's what people will do, because they know they're not going to pen your turret. What was I saying? Yeah, out of all those tanks there, the smallest caliber gun they're going to have is 128mm, so when they start flinging HE, it's going to do a little bit, depending on where they hit. But, what am I doing now? Well, 1, I'm not doing much damage, but then this is a demo. But 2, I've got nearly a third of the enemy's team concentrating on just trying to fling high explosive at me. So my team has a massive advantage here now, because some of their best tanks are literally out of the fight, just being completely useless. Yeah. Quick note on my consumables here, I'm running combat rations. I do that on the IS-7 because the armour is designed to be used frontally. That's where you should keep your enemies. It does get me caught out now and again, but the risk outweighs the reward. No, the reward outweighs the risk to me. Look at all these HE hits. Hardly doing anything. I think that one only hit viewport. Don't think it even took any damage there. Yeah. There we go. More flinging past. A couple of hits. Don't think we took any damage. The armour's so thick around the gun mantlet there. It's not going to do much anyway. Just need to be careful not to expose my hull. Right, so there we go. Took a hit there. Killed the driver, which means I exposed a little bit too much hull. Time to do some damage. Remember, I'm trying not to lose too many barrel marks doing this. I do drop below 85% on this one. A bit of a choker for me. Been working on this tank for years, but never mind. Right, prime example of the accuracy on this tank. Yeah, good platoon tank. You want a couple of IS-7s matched up with probably a couple of chieftains these days. A couple of tanks to soak up the damage. And a couple of tanks to deal the damage. Right, there we go, that looked like an APCR bounce. Just pop back up. Hopefully the Yak Tiger doesn't appear. Making a mistake here. I was so sort of desperate to get some bounces for you guys, but I forgot to load my couple of HE rounds here. Missed a couple of 100 damage. Right, so there's only a couple of them left. Doesn't look like they're going to push around the corner, so I'm going to have to go and do something about it. So like I said, not a huge damaging game, but I've enabled my team to have an easy win here. Right, so we get under the Yak Tiger's gun, we push in, hit the Waffle 4. If I'd have loaded HE there, probably could have one-shot him, but this does give me a great opportunity just to have a little bit of fun at the end of this game. Come on, right, kill that one. Don't need a round for you, dude. I'll just drive into you. Lovely. Anyway, so there we go, guys. IS-7. So a crap result screen. Only 5,500 damage block, but remember HE hits don't count towards that figure, so that could have been double, maybe even triple that with all the high explosive rounds I ate there. Anyway, there we go, guys. Hope you newer players can see how much troll the frontal armour on the IS-7 can be. And yeah, go give it a go. Anyway, cheers guys, I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.